Yo, 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 what's up, internet? Hey, yep, another one of these. Although, don't worry if you did subscribe to my channel and look into all my hobby stuff that I'm doing with Warhammer and stuff. I do have some plans to do some green stuff, and again, I got a little guy I'm working on, so hopefully some of that stuff will be coming back. But for now, yeah, got a couple more of these little guys. So, specifically, these two are the ones I want to talk about today. These are the little mini bar spinners. Specifically, this one here is a Secret Service spinner from Spinnercraft. This is the one I finally got. I talked about in the last one, the great customer service I got from them regarding this. And then this is from another site. I forget what it is. Fidget HQ, maybe? I'm not sure. But kind of, I want to talk about the differences of these two before we kind of get started into the feel. So spinners like all these guys here, a little warping going on back there. Spinners like these guys are pretty generic as far as I can tell. They're not like really specifically like clones of any type of spinner or anything like that. They're just just a spinner that's kind of made and then sold by a bunch of different manufacturers, so or different resellers. So I figured I was going to get these two different ones just to kind of see, because this one was a little bit more than this guy. This guy was somewhere in the $15-20 neighborhood. This guy was $35. And I was actually a little surprised. There actually are a few little differences. Sadly, I just had this guy in my pocket, and I think there's a little bit of lint in the bearing. But this one from Spinnercraft is definitely a little different than the other one I got here. So I'm going to take off the buttons. So it's a very kind of slight difference in the body, and we'll get into the kind of the customization I did on this guy here in a second. But if you look just right away, and this is a pretty simple little thing, but just the retention, right? This has like some sort of stainless steel little retention ring here. This looks like it's a brass retention ring. So slight differences tell me that these guys are in fact really different spinners, different versions of the same spinner obviously, but different spinners nonetheless. So and to be honest, the Spinnercraft one definitely feels like better quality. It had a kind of a smoother spin. Felt a little smoother. The wobble, they both had kind of a little bit of play in the bearings, and I don't know if this is just normal. Again, I'm kind of getting into this, guys, but the amount of play we've got here, see that kind of up and down play. At first I was a little disappointed, felt pretty weak, but it actually doesn't really affect the spin and how it feels. This one I think has just a little bit less, but again has a smoother feeling spin, so we can get some good spins there. What I ended up doing though is I did want to get kind of a different style, so I got this one with this rainbowing. And actually what you'll notice, obviously we got this guy still spinning back there. He's got those rainbow buttons. The buttons that come on the the executive spinner or the Zentri or the C3 are very smooth. They're not very deep, right? See, they're pretty shallow compared to the buttons on this guy. Are definitely, my finger goes in there further, and they're a little smaller. So these are actually pretty slick. But on a smaller spinner like this, not a big deal. What I did is I took some, I don't know, I think it was 240 grit sandpaper, wet sand, and I just took took it all apart, sanded this guy down, went up a grade to like 300, went up to 800, and then hit it on a leather piece of leather with some buffing compound, and I've got kind of this now essentially custom spinner that I like with these buttons. So I actually prefer these buttons on here. It's a little bit bigger of a spinner. This gives me a better grip. These buttons on here. So not only do I have a different look here, but I have better buttons for the weight. These kind of match that mirror look. You can see kind of some patina happening around the outside, and then I sanded these sides so we get a pretty cool spin effect. You probably won't see it in the camera quite as much. Let me get a good two-handed spin here. But yeah, there's kind of a cool effect with the way that spins in real life, the way your eyes pick it up. So instead of kind of the warping you're seeing, I almost see like it almost looks like a transparent mirror that I can see through here. And then around the edges, I kind of see these cool, like, depending on where the light's reflecting, like little reflective line on the side here. So in person, it actually looks a lot different than you guys are seeing in video, but the warping effect on this is pretty cool too, so. But yeah, they're actually really fun to fidget with. They kind of have a different technique than the other spinners. Take a little getting used to, but they feel really cool in the hand. I really like these. In fact, for fidgetability, may even be better than this. That guy's a little big and heavy in terms of there's just so much material there that yeah, don't know, these I just think are more pocket friendly, a little more fidgetable. This guy still really like. And I've actually been spinning the crap out of this, cleaning it out, spinning it, cleaning it out, because I've been using this guy a lot, and it's really started to get real smooth. So this is sort of a little bit of an update on this one, but this guy is so smooth right now. Like, if I close my eyes and I don't hear that little brass ringing, I can't feel a thing in my hand. Literally cannot feel it. This is spinning. If I turn it, I can feel obviously the wobble, but this thing is so smooth. It's ridiculous. I can't even believe how smooth it is. Like, it's, you know, I guess it's, as the bearing breaks in, that's what happens. We got some wind out here. Hopefully you guys aren't picking that up too much. But yeah, it's pretty wild how smooth this thing has gotten once those bearings get broken in. So just, you know, fidget the crap out of these things until they get smoother. So we'll give this guy a little spin back here, just let him roll. So spin times, everybody I'm sure wants to know spin times. For these guys, very similar. On a vertical spin, I think I got nearly 6 minutes out of these. Both of them right around 6 minutes on a vertical spin, and just shy of 5 minutes on a table spin for both of these guys. So they definitely spin. I mean, they got that R188 bearing in. I switched the bearings around with these, kind of play with the different bearings and the different ones, and actually find that the bearings in these guys seem to spin better than the bearing in this guy. So when I took this bearing and put it in one of these guys, it didn't spin quite as long. These bearings in this one, he kind of spun about the same, so I don't know what that really says about the bearings, but whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm surprised we're getting some good warping, because it is a pretty cloudy, cold day. It's windy. It's 49 degrees out, so my hands are actually a little chilly doing this video here for you. So, and you can tell my skin's looking a little dry just from how from being a little chilly and a little cold out here, but not too bad. So anyway, yeah, that's the the Secret Service spinner, the bar spinner. I'm sure there's a couple other names for it, but yeah, really good little spinner. So if you're looking for something really tiny, and I got big hands, I'm still looking for the kind of a right appropriate size spinner, because I guess we're like really close here, but like, I mean, that's like nothing in my hand, right? These are real tiny. Yeah, I think this one is more rounded on the corners. This one's a little more square too. You see that? Yeah, I dropped it, so I'm gonna definitely be sanding some of this down and getting some of that polish, because I really like that look. But yeah, and even if I had to choose between the two, I do like the color and the effect I've gotten with the with this guy, and switching the buttons. But just for the spinners themselves, I would definitely choose the Secret Service spinner. Then the I don't even remember what the name of this one was. I think it was Fidget HQ, but I would probably go with this one if you guys can. And Philip over there at Spinnercraft, they're doing some good stuff, good community support, good community engagement, and you want to kind of encourage that stuff. You guys don't buy from them, you know, they're not going to be able to keep doing what they do. So definitely support those guys. Good people over there. And yeah, sweet. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. We're going to leave it on that, guys. Take it easy. Peace.